Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. BTM here, bringing you to a 3v3 on the map of New England. This is match number 90 in my ongoing Age of Empires 3 match series, which has been going on for over 2 years. Can we believe that? That is quite some time. I'm playing French in red, teamed with another French in green and a German in yellow. And look at my abysmal starting herds. The nearest herded deer is on the very farthest range of my line of sight, almost to the point where I can't even access it. It's so far away. So right off the bat, I'm having to send my Coureur de Bois walking across the map. Now, because this is not a War Chiefs map or a Asian Dynasties map, I actually have to walk them to the other side of the herd to shoot at the herd to make sure that the herd doesn't run even further away. And I say, where is the justice in the world? But I already feel like I'm off to a bad start to begin with, as you can notice by the length of the video. Not the longest match in the world, so that should either give you cause for celebration or cause for worry. I am going to build my market early up this time, though. I didn't see any market-loving comments on the last video, so thank you very much for the people who were sparing me the diatribes about the market. But I do know that there's a lot of little treasures on this map, so if I can find a convenient time to grab hunting dogs, I'd love to. But either way, I want to get it. And something I do want to get that I've been thinking about, and I'm not sure, but I do believe French has a 2 Coureur de Bois shipment in their deck, and I can feel the eyes rolling in the back of the heads of the listeners right now as I say this. But I might add the 2 Coureur de Bois shipment in, because I might want to send that in the second age. Now, if I don't get an angry comment about that, then I'm probably doing something wrong. But either way, thinking about adding 2 Coureur de Bois as a shipment, I mean, that is still equivalent of a 3 villager shipment, and you send the 3 Coureur de Bois in the first age anyway, which is a very strong shipment. But whatever. Green's asking about a forward base, so we're going to put one right where we expect it. I'm not creeping that treasure like I should. I'm just having the OP war leader stand in there and take it on with his French sword. It's a little bit dangerous sometimes to fight with your French explorer. There's a 50% chance he'll surrender immediately. Oh, I'm sorry, was that mean? But no, I get lazy sometimes with microing treasure. This was one of them. I just wanted to get the treasure and get the hunting dogs upgrade, which maybe I could have gotten it faster. I know a lot of players will actually have their Coureur de Bois gather the wood and the coin for it, and if some expert player wanted to tell me why, I'd probably appreciate it. But I almost would just rather have my people stay on food and try to age. I don't know if it makes a significant difference, especially if I can still get the upgrade by the time that the other players are aging. Maybe. I don't know what I'm saying there. I hope it came out as English, but either way, that's my point. If we can age at the same time with the upgrade, doesn't matter if I waste my time with Coureur de Bois earlier on. Maybe not. We do decide to put our forward base on the front side of that lake, and that does kind of worry me slightly. The reason for that being, beyond the fact that this is a very resource intense map, and you know, the center of the map is always kind of a dangerous place when you don't have direct access to it. You have to walk around each side of it, which already in my eyes makes it a little bit of a dangerous, you know, FB to put. But more dangerous is that somebody could drop a warship into that little pond there and create some problems for us down the road. So that's kind of a little bit scary. And I am a little bit slow on the uptake to get through the colonial age. Notice I was sitting at well over 85 food before I realized I needed to, or 885 food, before I realized I could click on the 800 food improvement. So still a lot of signs of micromanagement rust on my end of the game, but that's okay. I alert my teammates to my brilliant thought that, hey, this could be a dangerously bad idea, but then I'm like, whatever, and I am going to crack shot this black bear and keep on rolling by as this game progresses. That is quite the nice pond, and are those fish inside of it? It's like they want me to build a dock there. Pond dock rush, maybe. And here I'm watching yellow get in a little bit of trouble, kind of amused, not going to be able to do anything, obviously, because his explorer is way over there. But something I did this game that I didn't do when I played a few games off camera the other day to kind of get back into the swing of things, I didn't play with music, and my micromanagement improved like 4 times. So there we go. I'm sitting here thinking, and I don't know why, look at this, I still have about a fourth of my aging process to go through, and I have an idle villager waiting to build stuff, walking around, and What was I thinking? He was on wood. Why didn't I just leave him on wood? Now I'm going to put him back on wood, and by the time he gets there, he'll almost be ready to build a barracks. I could have gathered, what, 10 wood in that time? 15 wood in that time? And now I'm going to put him back on wood too. Stupid, right? I mean, just shamefully stupid. So, either way, not the most impressive show of micromanagement, again, by me. I'm also going to crack shot at this guy, but then I'm not going to even stick around to watch, and I start to send 8 crossbowmen first, thinking, alright, let's get a little bit more of an aggressive shipment. Then I'm like, screw that, let's send 4 Corps de Bois. It worked well for me in the last game. I liked the way it turned out. We'll do 4 Corps de Bois again. Now here's something else that's kind of interesting about this barracks placement, is that both green and I are placing down the barracks there, but blue controls that trading post, and that's the only trading post their team controls. So we're really kind of, I'd hate to say heads up, but we're really kind of inciting or trying to spark a conflict and take control of that trading post from them. And I was aware of that, so my first batch of units will be pikemen, with the hopes of taking out the trading post faster, and 2, just because if there was any cavalry raiding on us, I'd want to be able to deter it, especially since I'm planning to go heavier on the expo. But either way, both barracks are now up. Dual barrack spam to go. Green like a champ, seconds behind me, but it's okay. I taught him everything he knows. Alright, bad jokes aside, my phone is ringing, so I'm going to pause the narration right here and return. And did you miss me? Probably not. Either way, let's get back into this. So we are about to take down that trading post, about to get our first batch of crossbow out. I only have 2, and then I think 3 popping out from each barracks, which probably is a little bit worse compared to what other players can do or can create with their units. But no matter, not too bad for a first batch. I mean, green only has 5 musketeers on the field, and I sent the 2 tower shipments, which I've heard from a lot of high-level players, like 2 towers are horrible. Why do you send 2 towers? Well, I love the 2 tower shipment. It's almost a trademark card for me, as awful as that is. But in here particularly, I'm going to send the 2 tower shipment because there's 2 big deer herds right there, which I'm very, very much interested in securing, not to mention to create a fortified bulkhead for me to retreat my units while defending around this trading post and protecting the barracks. So that's what's going on there. I'm going to make some more pikemen here. Probably should have had a better pikeman expo mix at this point in time, but not the biggest big deal in the world. And there we go, look at that, literally putting the 2 towers on either side of that herd of deer to protect them. Gonna back her a little bit like a boss, and here we go. Also doing a decent job, I'd like to think, with keeping villager production up and running, but of course, as I say that, villager production is not happening, and now he wants us to get on the move. So I'm going to start marching, or I think I'm gonna ask go. And part of the reason why I ask rather than just march is because I know it's crucial to have your team going like as a mass, because remember, if a massed army fights a non-massed army, the massed army will always win, and a massed army can easily beat all 3 individual armies. You know, think about the sticks, you know, bound by rope, and then the minute they're all bound together, it's a harder, yeah, you know, that parable. Alright, oh my goodness, my phone is exploding today, guys. I am, as you guys probably suspected, I am an immensely popular individual. But either way, as you can see, I'm not going to start to put up a wall here. Just having some fun, creating some bulkheads. He's now ready to go, which is actually great for me because I'm going to have 8 or 9 or 10 more crossbowmen pop on the field, and by that I mean 6 more. But hey, that's okay. Every crossbowman counts, and now we got a pretty formidable mass of units, mostly mine. But hey, you know what? It's great because his 12, 14 musketeers, in addition to my 20 and 8 units, it's going to be a powerful force. It's going to be a big push up the middle. And more Corps de Bois coming. So to all the people who say I don't know how to make units, look, I'm even gonna make some houses here, but 1 house. Okay, never mind, I lied. I do get a little bit distracted though, and this is still something I'm constantly trying to figure out how to deal with in the game. And can we all take a moment here to pause and reflect on how many Ulan Yellow has on the field? Like, he's just a monster. The entire game, everywhere I looked, I just saw hordes of Ulan running around. And look at this. Look at this. 8 Hussar, which are stronger than Ulan run in. And he's just, and Musketeers, and he's just like, nope, screw this, I'm gonna kill them. And I'm kind of sitting there watching this like, holy crap, he's just going to town. no worries for him. We are approaching though on the Dutch barracks or the Dutch stable and the British barracks. We're going to take down both. Meanwhile, Green's having a little bit of pressure at the easternmost trading post, so I'm going to get scurry my ass on over there, and by my ass I mean my crossbowman's ass that I'm training from the barracks. And there we go, and look at Ulan go. I have to say, that is impressive. That's probably why he's a first lieutenant, and he's a little bit higher ranked. And I asked, should we go for the town center, or is it a little bit too aggressive to push for the town center at this point in the game? But nope, we're going to go for the town center in this juncture, which is kind of interesting to me, because teal's the center of the two people. There's orange on the left and blue on the right, so I think it's kind of interesting that we're pushing right at the middle. But hey, it's working. Green and I are cleaning up, and I'm now going to start putting any new courrier de bois once I can actually make some onto. I'm going to put them onto coins so I can look to get to the third age and start getting a fortress age push, and then move beyond my expo man spam, which has been doing remarkably well. But we're going to want to go bigger, better, and stronger, especially since we have an advantage. We're not going to want to let it lay down. But again, you know, we're kind of at a point where if we really did take down this town center, teal's in a world of trouble. Looks by orange by scores in a world of trouble, although I don't think his town center is dead yet. So not necessarily the biggest problems in the world facing our team. But hey, you know what? Not a big deal. And we're going to go for that market. Nope, barracks. I'm kind of looking around like, what do I go for? But then teal on the other team says GG. And I totally didn't realize that it was teal in-game. I thought it was our team being a douchebags to him. And I was like, well, you don't say GG before the game's over. But then orange resigns and green's marching away, and I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, but guys, there's an army over there. So I guess in hindsight, watching this video back, we won at this point in the game, and I was actually really taken aback when the game actually indeed ended. But not a big deal. Now here's what's going to be really kind of interesting to me, and this is going to exemplify my point about united armies. Look at this big mass of blue musketeers. Individually, I would put that musketeers against any army either member or any member of my team had. But considering that Green and I traveled en masse and are fighting together, we're going to slaughter him. Not to mention that we have more backups coming, I should say. Reinforcements was the word I was looking for. We have reinforcements coming, just to say another giant FU to him. But definitely going to be able to take him down right now. Definitely going to be able to just lay a whoop ass on him. But yeah, that's why you want to travel in packs in team games. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, I don't know the team game mechanics. I feel like it's pick a unit. One should always be cavalry going to raid. And the rest of you guys should just try to make the biggest mass standing in the center of the map possible. And don't let the cavalry die, because that's stupid. But something interesting here that we discovered in the post game is that orange is actually on the sea, and that was kind of a surprise. I'm like, wait, you're playing China and you were going for the water in a 3v3 game? Actually, it looks like two of them were going for the water by the looks of it. Could not figure that one out. I didn't even bring a water deck, which in hindsight may have been a little bit of a risky or stupid decision, but you really kind of need to let the water pay off. And since we were pushing really quickly, I don't think we gave them the chance to let the water pay off. But if they were better players, maybe we would have been in trouble, and they could have. And I was disappointed. I was surprised. I expected to have most resources or most military, and I believe my military came in second, and I was kind of disappointed. And it came in second to Green, and then I was really disappointed. I'm like, Green had more units than I did? What am I doing with my life? Green also had more resources, so I guess the guy played really, really well, and I slightly missed that he had done so. But I did decently. We kept villager production fairly consistent, kept military production fairly consistent. So thank you guys for watching. Still a lot of work that needs to be done. We're going to want to try some French Hussar strategies in the near future. But hey, this was definitely a lot of fun to play as, and it's been a blast getting to know French. So I'm out of here. Before I leave, I do have one quote, and this one's from Mick Jagger, not from Sun Tzu and the Art of War, obviously. But I saw this and I liked it. And he said, I haven't had the time to plan my return to the scene because I hadn't left it. That's from Mick Jagger. Ladies and gentlemen, BTM is Age of Empires 3. I'm never going to be gone from this bitch. So, again, thanks for all the welcome backs. And let's get back in the swing of things. Let's go crush some noobs. And until next time, good luck and happy hunting. My name is BTM. I'm out, and I will catch you guys later.